Good evening and welcome to Maritime Athletic Profiles for today's coverage of Maritime Women's Basketball Association action. It's win or go home tonight as the road to the Proline Stadium Legacy Cup will be finalized as one of two Nova Scotia teams will punch their ticket to the championship weekend with a win tonight, with the 6-4 Lake City 56ers hosting the 1-9 Halifax Hornets. Right now, we're going to step aside for the playing of O Canada. All right, there you have it, the starting five for these respective teams. Biggest game of the season thus far, as the winner will advance to the fourth and final spot in this weekend's Proline Stadium Legacy Cup, which will be played Saturday and Sunday at the Dalplex in Halifax. Live from the Zatzman Sportsplex here, we're underway, and it's Liam Martin who wins the tip directly to Elizabeth Ishiemi. 56ers in some fresh new black and gold uniforms, looking really sharp. Now Courtney Donaldson. Little step back in the lane, comes up short, rebounded by Jasmine Perrin, and here come the Hornets in their teal green. Tony Bianchini looking to lace that pass through the middle for Parent. Deflected away by Martin, and here comes Donaldson. Good to see both teams a little healthier than they were to finish the season. Both teams had some absences. Donaldson missed the last game for the 56ers, as did Andrea Wright. Now Donaldson, shot clock is down to 4. Ishiemi is going to have to force this up and does not get the roll off rim. Aaliyah Frazier, the reigning MWBA Royale Player of the Week, with the rebound. And she'll push. That pass intended for Caitlin Power. It's deflected and stolen by Ishiemi. Now Lillian Fuller, the young point guard, going into her second year with the UNB Reds. Great ball movement, gets a post touch for Martin. Just a little bit long on the right side layup. Now Frazier. She'll bring it across half for Power. Now Bianchini. Crossover, looks off the parent screen, and a nice little hook shot in the lane by Tony Bianchini, and the former Cape Breton University Caper gets the Hornets on the board. Bianchini led the MWBA in assists per game this season with 5.3. Averaged just over 5 points as well. Leah Martin knocks down the long two. And the Hornets are going to take a quick timeout. And that's something we've seen throughout this season from Augie Jones, the Hornets head coach. And after having just 8 and 9 players for the last 2 games, a pair of matchups against the Halifax Thunder on Sunday and Tuesday, the Hornets with, I believe, a full 12-player roster today. As here's Bianchini, nice little hook in the lane for the first 2 of the game. Bianchini, typically the facilitator for this Hornets team, but gets them started scoring. And there's Leah Martin, who has been money on that mid-range jumper all season. Martin, 6'3", out of Cole Harbour. Averaged just under 5 points per game this season. Can we do a Royale Medivh real quick? Get that out of the way. For the first, but not last time today, the MWBA would like to thank league founding partner Royale. Royale is a proud supporter of the MWBA and proudly Atlantic Canadian. And as a National Health Solutions partner, Medivh is proud to help MWBA athletes achieve their hoop dreams. Best wishes for a successful season, both on and off the court. So an early timeout from the Hornets, as Augie Jones, sure, coming out with a different strategy after seeing how the Lake City 56ers were defending. 56ers are going to show a little full court pressure, drop back into an extended half-court 2-3 zone defense, it looks like. Donaldson trying to force Bianchini left. She will not go. Gets it down to Power, and she is called for the travel. Nice pass there by Bianchini. But Caitlin Power just fumbled it a little bit and took that extra step. And the 56ers take over possession with 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Fuller on the right wing, now off for Andrea Wright. Great to see Wright back in action after missing the season finale for the 56ers with an ankle injury. Kick out to the corner for Donaldson. Her three is short. Caitlin Power skies for the rebound, and she'll push it up court. Power, the 6'2" forward out of Bayside, Nova Scotia, going into her 5th and final season with the St. Mary's Huskies, back-to-back AUS champions. Jump shot there for Hannah Brown, no good, but Power comes up with a second chance opportunity on the hustle rebound. Frazier, straightaway three, no good, off back rim, and the 56ers want to run. It's Fuller getting downhill. Fuller, 2 feet in the paint, kicks it out. Wright will put up a three, and that's off. So both teams a little slow from the field to start this one. 2-2, just about 3 minutes into this one, and we'll have Lauren Armstrong check in for her first action of the night, replacing Andrea Wright. Armstrong, 5'10" guard out of Canberra, Australia, playing for the Holland College Hurricanes, where she was a first-team ACAA All-Star this past season. Bianchini, a little hesitation, and she'll earn her way to the free throw line as Donaldson fouls her from behind. I want to remind you, as always, we're live and interactive, so reach out. Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, myself at Alan April or Maritime Athletic Profiles, or drop a comment in the YouTube live chat as Bianchini hits the first free throw. She has all 3 points for the Hornets in the early going here. Tony Bianchini, 5'6" guard from Groves Point, Nova Scotia. Played 3 seasons with the Cape Breton University Capers, winning an AUS championship in 2018. She was teammates there with Hannah Brown, now reunited with the Hornets. Armstrong off for Ishiemi. Donaldson and Ishiemi, and Donaldson settles into a 3. That's off. Rebounded by Bianchini, and she'll push. See the aggressiveness of Bianchini offensively. She may have gotten a little more confidence the last 2 games. And that will go down as a turnover for the Hornets as Ishiemi deflected it off the leg of Power. Now we'll get some substitutions in for the Hornets. A pair of players who missed last game, and in the case of Alicia McNeil, missed the last 2 games. Nalini Maharaj also missed Tuesday night's playing game against the Halifax Thunder. So Maharaj and McNeil in, and now Ishiemi called for the travel. So the offensive struggles continue for both teams on either side. Leah Frazier will bring it across half court. Frazier has been playing very aggressively and confidently offensively. She had 21 points in Tuesday night's loss to the Thunder, 17 points in a Sunday loss also to the Thunder. Great stretch pass by Ishiemi. Donaldson fouled, and she'll head to the line to shoot 2. So Courtney Donaldson on the free throw line as we take a look here. Check out this pass by Ishiemi. Beautiful, leading Donaldson on the break, and Donaldson fouled by her former St. Mary's Huskies teammate, Aaliyah Frazier. This past season, Donaldson was an AUS second-team All-Star, leading the Huskies with just under 16 points per game. Goes 1 of 2 from the line, and it is a 4-3 lead for the Hornets in the early going. As Frazier floats it up, no good. Perrin on the follow, again no. Ishiemi with the rebound, and she'll push. As Donaldson now drives baseline. Batted off a leg and into the hands of Abby Cameron, who just checked in for her first action for the 56ers. Now Donaldson drives baseline into a crowd and throws it away, looking for Ishiemi. McNeil pushing the pace. Finds Frazier. Drops it off for Maharaj, and she puts it up and in with the left hand. And we're seeing here the Hornets a little deeper, a little faster today. They were missing a few key guards in the last couple games, including Maharaj, McNeil, and Amanda Piercy, who's going to check in momentarily, along with Eva Widmeyer. It's 4 of their 5 leading scorers who were absent the last 2 games. Brown now. Not on the same page as Maharaj on that pass. And Amanda Piercy will check in. Piercy led the Hornets in scoring at 11.4 points per game. Also was top 10 in the league in three-point percentage, shooting nearly 39% from beyond the arc, and 9th in assists per game at 3.7. So she had an excellent season. Sam Martin right in and immediately knocks down a long 2. Had a foot on the line, but cuts the Hornets lead to 1. And now Piercy turns it over, looking for Brown on the post seal. Ishiemi across half. Maharaj picks her up. Ishiemi gets to the left hand and lays it up and in for 2. And the 56ers take their first lead of the game, 7-6. Brown gets it right back with a long 2 of her own. The former AUS MVP with the Cape Breton Capers, Hannah Brown, averaging just under 9 points per game on the season for the Hornets. Now Ishiemi. So step back triple, halfway down, rims out. Rebounded by Frazier, and here come the Hornets. Frazier around the Brown screen, now will kick to the corner for McNeil. Cross court for Piercy. She'll attack Armstrong. A couple of ACAA rivals going up against each other. Kick out, back for Piercy. 3 ball is off, and that's going to be a rebounding foul against Hannah Brown. So the 56ers will take over possession with 3:29 remaining in the first quarter. Sarah Gordon and Maddie Hiscock to check in as well. Got a tweet here from Tanya Girdwood, the mother of Leah Martin, watching again from Cabo San Lucas. Same temperature in Cabo San Lucas, I believe that's Mexico, as it is in Dartmouth. It was a hot day, 32 degrees in Halifax today. There's a pool here at the Sportsplex. I thought maybe if it was going to be that hot, they could play some pool basketball, but luckily the AC is pumping here at the Zatzman Sportsplex. Kick out Sarah Gordon for three, that's short. Great hustle by Hiscock, but unable to keep it alive. Takes a seat next to the Hornets' fantastic photographer, David Winston, on the baseline. So, and Tanya saying Leah's father, Bill, is lucky enough to be here in person. Go 56ers. Cameron now, back up top for Armstrong. Fakes the handoff for Fuller. Steps into a 20-footer, no. Martin taps it out and into the hands of Cameron, and she's fouled. Alicia McNeil can't believe it. That's going to be the third team foul against the Hornets. First personal against McNeil. Sideline inbound here for the 56ers. They've got Fuller, Sam Martin, Lauren Armstrong, Ishiemi, and Abby Cameron out there. 56ers also with nearly a full roster today. They are only missing Tyler Malloy. As I mentioned, Donaldson and Wright were both plagued with some injuries down the stretch, so good to see them healthy and playing today. We're going to have an offensive foul this time, an illegal screen called by official Shauna Poirier. I believe she got, Shauna, I believe she got Sam Martin on that foul. It was Shauna Poirier. First personal, second team foul against the against the 56ers rather. Hiscock kicks it out for Piercy. Will reset for McNeil. Now a post touch for Jasmine Parent. Gordon catch and shoot three is good. Sarah Gordon was off on the first but not the second. Gets the first triple of the night to drop, and the Hornets have opened up an 11-7 lead. Fuller now. Driving, spinning, floating, and hitting. Beautiful move by Lillian Fuller to cut the Hornets lead down to 2. Parent catches at the free throw line. Will give it to Piercy and set the screen. Piercy's jumper off the top of the backboard, out of bounds. And now some more reinforcements. Eva Widmeyer checks in for the Hornets for the first time tonight, as does Courtney Kane Norden for the 56ers, and the return of Courtney Donaldson. Armstrong on the right wing finds a cutting Martin. Turns, fires, misses. And that is going to be another foul against Martin, 90 feet away from her own basket. That'll be her second personal, and that's going to bring the Martin for Martin substitution as Leah Martin replaces Sam Martin in the post for the 56ers. 2 early fouls for Sam Martin. Keep an eye on that. She's an important depth piece. Good size, nice shooting ability as we've already seen today. Emma Cameron also just checked in for her first action for the 56ers. McNeil, defended by Donaldson, finds Widmeyer coming off the pin screen. Piercy, Gordon, an itchy trigger finger so far today. That's her third shot attempt already. And no good, but it will remain Hornets ball on the tie-up with 1:09 remaining in the quarter. And Aaliyah Frazier will check back in, replacing Piercy. Bit of a defensive battle thus far in this one, low scoring. 11-9 with 1:09 remaining in the quarter. Baseline inbound here for the Hornets. They get it in for Parent on the block. Gordon finds Frazier. She'll put up a three. No good. Great hustle by Gordon, but once again unable to keep it in bounds on that baseline. Under a minute remaining, 56ers take over. We've got Fuller, Donaldson, Leah Martin, Courtney Kane-Norden, and Emma Cameron out there. Fuller around the Kane-Norden screen. Now Donaldson on the right wing. Crosses, drives middle, up and in with the left. Beautiful take by Courtney Donaldson, tying it up at 11 apiece. Under 40 seconds remaining in the quarter. Gordon. Now McNeil around the horn for Frazier. Looking for Parent. Widmeyer will take that pass and put up a three and knocks it down. Eva Widmeyer connects her first points of the night. Hornets lead 14-11 with 14 seconds remaining in the quarter. Clock is freezing up here. There's 6 seconds left. Donaldson spinning, floating, did not get it to drop, and that will do it for the first quarter. The Hornets take a 14-11 lead. And as anticipated, this was a competitive, close first quarter. Not much separating these two teams on the score sheet, as was the case in their previous two matchups this season. So we take a look at some replays here. I'll tell you, these two teams met twice in May. On May 5th, the 56ers defeated the Hornets 67-62. Lizzie Ishiemi put up a game-high 24 points. Donaldson added 19, and Jasmine Parent led the Hornets with 13. That's a 5-point game right there. And then on May 16th, even closer, 65-62 was the final score. Donaldson led the 56ers to the win with 15. Andrew Wright added 14 for the Hornets. Alicia McNeil had a season-high 19, and Eva Widmeyer added 15. So we take a look here at some highlights. Donaldson, a little pick and pop there with Sam Martin for the long two. Ishiemi gets deep post position and lays it up and in with the left. And Hannah Brown knocks down the free throw line jumper. Good job by the Hornets. They get the post touch for Parent, and a very able passer. She's able to kick it out to the open shooters, and I think that's something that's worked pretty well for the Hornets. You know, all season they've established a post presence with Parent, Hannah Brown, a little bit of Caitlin Power, and Sarah Gordon also working on the inside. But the last 2 weeks, they've really hit a different stride on the court, I think, and part of that is their guard play. They have a lot of young active guards, meaning players currently in U Sports or the ACAA, and they've gotten going in transition and establishing the inside, able to find open shooters on the outside. It's worked out well for players like McNeil, Frazier, Piercy, and Widmeyer as the season's gone on. Emma Cameron, great pass there on a set play by the 56ers, but Cameron unable to finish on with the layup. Hannah Brown wide open and puts it up and in with the left off the feed from Widmeyer. 5-point lead now for the Hornets, 16-11 early in the second quarter. Kane-Norden on the top of the key. Now Leah Martin. Donaldson fakes, steps back, and misses. And a full hockey substitution in for the 56ers. They'll bring Cameron, Armstrong, Wright, Mercer, and Ishiemi, as Coach Pat Havard clearly did not like what he saw in the first defensive possession, losing Brown, and then offensive possession, a tough shot by Donaldson to begin the second quarter. Bianchini now on the right wing. Over for Brown, drops it down low for Parent. She gets to the left hand and puts it up and in. Jasmine Parent, a lefty, but has always been a great scorer, and good touch around the rim, and the 56ers are going to call a timeout and talk things over. as a quick 5-0 run for the Hornets to start the quarter has them up 18-11. Okay, we'll look at these and then we'll get into Atlantic Pro Line. No, we'll watch these. Donaldson with the tough lefty lay-in. Here is Widmeyer putting up the 3-ball. Contested one at that and able to knock it down. Now Widmeyer finds a wide open Hannah Brown. That was a defensive breakdown for the 56ers on their first defensive play of the half. And here the offensive onslaught continues. Parent using her body to get to the left hand. Once again, Atlantic Lottery's Pro Line is thrilled to partner with the MWBA for what is sure to be an incredible season. Atlantic Lottery's Pro Line Stadium is the only 100% legal sports betting destination in Atlantic, Canada, and they are very proud to support this incredible league and its athletes right here at home. And of course, this weekend, the Pro Line Stadium Legacy Cup will determine the 2024 MWBA Championship. It's going to be a great event this weekend at the Dalplex. I'll tell you more about it next chance, but head to themwba.ca for full schedule and ticketing information. As Andrea Wright coughs it up, not what Pat Havard wanted after that timeout. And Bianchini bringing it the other way for the Hornets. Power finds Brown. Parent. Great ball movement. Corner 3 for Frazier rims out. But right now, it is going to be an offensive rebound. The Hornets have a jumbo lineup out there right now. Caitlin Power at 6'2", Hannah Brown at 6'1", Jasmine Parent at 5'11", but plays a true post. Even Frazier, a big guard. They've got a lot of size, a lot more than the 56ers have, as we've seen a couple offensive rebounds on that last possession. Now Frazier attacking, kicks it out for Bianchini. Looks like the 56ers are in a zone. Frazier gets into the paint and is fouled. And Aaliyah Frazier, I love how aggressive she's been. Her role this past season with the St. Mary's Huskies was not purely, but mostly catch and shoot. But here you see she attacks the closeout, takes a nice sidestep, and gets to the free throw line where she makes the first of 2 free throws. Frazier played for the St. Mary's Huskies this past season, averaging 4 points per game. Played the first 3 years of her university eligibility with the St. FXX women, where she won the 2023 Sylvia Sweeney Award for Student Athlete Community Service. Does amazing things in her community, in the classroom, and on the court. Studying her master's in health sciences, I believe, at St. Mary's. As Bianchini, great pass for Parent and another lefty lay-in. And it is all 56ers to start this second quarter. But Ishiemi stops the run with a 2. Ten-point Hornets lead. Bianchini now. Finds Hannah Brown in the post. That rims out. Ishiemi will put up a 3. No good. Rebound batted around into the hands of Abby Cameron. No. Stolen away. No. That was Bianchini unable to keep it in bounds. And we're going to see some substitutions in. Kate Gallant and Sarah Gordon as Brown and Parent check out, to an ovation from some Hornets fans. Great crowd here at the Zatzman Sportsplex. Nice to get in on the AC. Like I said, wouldn't mind a dip in the pool downstairs either. It's Gordon, kicks it out for Frazier. Cut off by Cameron. Now Frazier will put it up, and no good. 56ers ball heading the other way. They trail by 8. Hornets started this quarter on a 7-0 run before that last lay-in by Ishiemi to cut it down to an 8-point lead. Ishiemi fakes, takes, no good with the lefty floater. Rebounded by Gordon, and here comes Frazier. Up the right wing, the New Glasgow, Nova Scotia native. Kicks to Gallant in the corner. A cutting Gordon, up and in, beautiful ball movement again. Ball movement and player movement. Gordon is a great cutter, always moving out there, and that time saw the defense key in on Gallant and found an opening, able to score the layup. Ishiemi misses, but another offensive rebound by Abby Cameron, who's been active on the offensive glass for the 56ers. Now Donaldson sneaks through the lane. No, Wright soaring in for the offensive rebound. Ishiemi, top of the key. Martin. Back for Ishiemi. Shot clock down to 5. Ishiemi into a crowd. Offensive foul. Sarah Gordon drew that nicely. Let's take another look here. Ishiemi driving left, and yep, Gordon is at that spot. Hands up, feet on the floor, and takes the contact to the chest. As the Hornets will take over, leading by 10. Full court pressure, and Wright with a heady play, tying up Maharaj. It will remain Hornets ball. 20 on the shot clock, 5:20 remaining in the quarter. Here's Frazier, over for Gordon. Now McNeil. Maharaj on the drive, count it, and one. Nalini Maharaj hooping the harm, a chance at a three-point play. Watch this take. Maharaj flashing to the perimeter, and a nice little sidestep around the defender, Martin. Gets it to drop, and on the line for a chance at a three-point play. Maharaj, who finished her university eligibility this past season with the Mount St. Vincent Mystics, averaged over 15 points per game, was named an ACAA first-team All-Star. She bounced around during her university career from St. FX to Dal to University of King's College to Mount St. Vincent, did Maharaj. But finished strong with the Mystics, and now having a great season with the Hornets. There's Andrea Wright off the drive and dish from Donaldson, cutting it back down to an 11-point lead. Frazier, three ball, no, but Maharaj on the offensive glass, drives baseline, and it's going to be Mystics ball heading the other way with 4:26 remaining in the quarter. Donaldson across half, defended by McNeil. Now Ishiemi on the left wing. Finds Cameron out of the wheel action, and she is whistled for the travel. Now McNeil drops it down low for Parent, and Jasmine Parent scoring lefty lay-ins at will, and the 56ers are going to take another timeout. Largest lead of the night, 28-15 in favor of the Hornets. The Hornets have outscored the 56ers 14-4 in this second quarter. We take a look at some of the action here. There's Ishiemi charged with the offensive foul. Charge drawn by Gordon. Now Maharaj on the drive. If we have time coming out, we'll go to Cushman Wakefield. As there's a drive and dish from Donaldson for Andrea Wright. One of just two baskets here in this quarter for the 56ers, and Jasmine Parent, 6 points in this quarter alone, all off lefty lay-ins. Once again, we'd like to thank Cushman and Wakefield Atlantic, Atlantic Canada's leader in commercial real estate. And yeah, just one more time, this weekend's Proline Stadium Legacy Cup will have 4 games over Saturday and Sunday to determine the 2024 Legacy Cup champions. Semifinals will be Saturday at 5:30. That will be the Thunder, the #1 seed. If the Hornets win this game, that first semifinal, Saturday at 5:30, will be Hornets and Thunder. It'll be their 3rd time playing each other in less than a week. But they've been relatively good games considering the Thunder's dominance of the league this season. If Lake City wins tonight, it will be Thunder versus Port City at 5:30 in that first semifinal. I'll finish that schedule info next time as McNeil comes away with the steal. Parent round the horn for Gordon. Now Frazier around the Parent screen, kicks to the wing for McNeil. She'll drive baseline, throws it up. I thought it was a shot. Gordon's 3, no. Sarah Gordon, I don't know the last time she shot 3 threes and a half, but she made one, so that gives you the green light to shoot at least one more. A lot of offense running through her for the Hornets today. Slightly unusual, but she's capable. Advances for McNeil on the left wing, finds a cutting Gordon, too strong off glass. Parent in a crowd, fouled, and will head to the line to shoot 2 as the 56ers' difficulties continue here. Look there, Gordon. Again, a great cut. May have been moving a little too fast for the finish, but Jasmine Parent cleans it up, and she's on the line to shoot 2. Jasmine Parent tied for the all-time lead in MWBA regular season games played. She's played 29 regular season games over 3 seasons for the Hornets. 6th all-time in MWBA scoring history with 274 points over her 3 seasons in the league. Parent goes 1 of 2 from the line, extending their lead to 14. That's the largest lead of the half. 29-15 with 2:50 remaining in the second quarter. Armstrong on the right wing. Cross court for Donaldson. Ishiemi brings the screen. Donaldson, hesitation, gets to the hoop and is fouled and will head to the line to shoot 2. See the frustration there from Courtney Donaldson all over her face. But this is the shifty handle. You see she almost lures the defender to sleep. Little step back hesitation and gets to the rim, and that's a good call. Foul on Maharaj, her first personal. First team foul of the quarter against the Hornets. Courtney Donaldson this season, 2nd in the league in scoring at 19.5 points per game. Also led the team, she led the 56ers in minutes, points, field goal percentage, free throw percentage, assists, steals. Was top 10 in several league categories. Just had a phenomenal season. A 5'8" guard of Kelowna, British Columbia. Played 3 seasons with the St. Mary's Huskies, winning 2 AUS championships and being named a 2nd-team AUS All-Star. She makes both from the line that time. Looking to carry the 56ers back into this game. They trail by 12. Widmeyer hands it off for McNeil on the perimeter. Brown now driving on Martin. Up with the left hand, no good. Martin with the rebound. And here's Donaldson with pace, gets into the paint. No, they are going to say the foul was before the shot. But you see there, just the balance of Courtney Donaldson. It looks like she's falling over right here and somehow able to will that up into the hoop, but it will not count. Baseline inbound here for the 56ers. You can see Donaldson pointing, that should have counted, and I gotta say, I tend to agree. Clip that, we'll watch that one more time, not right now when we get a chance. You know what, we got a chance. Let's watch that one more time. These are tough calls. Having the benefit of the replay and a little bit of slow motion goes a long way as the Hornets take a timeout. Oh, shout out to the crew from Maritime Athletic Profiles as we're going to take a couple, well, not a couple looks at the same play, but a couple different highlights here. This was Parent get into the free throw line as the offensive rebounding continues to benefit the Hornets. Donaldson, great hesitation to earn her trip to the free throw line, and here's that last play. So, look, the contact's there. She took a dribble, she took a step. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I like this angle. Contact's there. Yeah, I think that's a continuation. Now, whether or not Courtney kind of initiated most of that contact with her shoulder is another question, but they didn't count the basket, so it will be a 56ers baseline inbound coming back here. Taking another look here at the YouTube live chat. No additional comments. Let us know who you'd like to see interviewed at halftime. We're going to do our best to interview a player from each team, and I may have another special guest interview as well. We'll see. So one more time, that playoff scenario for this weekend. If the Hornets win this game, it will be Thunder versus Hornets in semifinal number 1 Saturday at 5:30 p.m. at the Dowplex. If the 56ers win, semifinal number 1 will be Thunder versus the Port City Fog. And the second semifinal will see the Fredericton Freeze host either Lake City, pending a Lake City win, or Port City, pending a Hornets win. So, hope that makes a little bit of sense for you. As Bianchini turns it over, Donaldson on the 2-on-1, finds Armstrong up and in with the left hand. And a little 4-0 run here for the Hornets, or for the 56ers rather, to cut it to a 10-point Hornets lead. Piercy. 3 ball up for Widmeyer, no good. Rebounded by Ishiemi, another one and done. And the 56ers in transition again. Sam Martin gets the floater to drop. Hornets on a 6-0 run. They've cut the deficit from 14 to 8. Right. Another one and done. But Donaldson called for the travel. She'll discuss here with official Ryan Maxwell. So we take another look there. See, the 56ers have been doing a better job on the glass. And, yeah, Tony Bianchini just kind of popped out and made Donaldson hesitate, and I think that's the right call on a travel. Piercy now. Over for Frazier. She'll rip through, attack, kick it out. Shot clock's down to 5. Not sure the Hornets know. Piercy does. She'll put up a deep 3 and connects. What a shot by Amanda Piercy. The crossover against her shooting momentum and splashes it in to extend the lead back up to 11. Armstrong puts up a 3. No. Widmeyer with the rebound. Under a minute remaining in this first half. Maharaj on the run out. Spins up with the right. No. Parent on the follow. No again. Right. Outlets for Armstrong. Donaldson gets downhill and puts it up and in. Tough take there by Courtney Donaldson. She is carrying the 56ers here, and it's a 9-point lead. Maharaj for 3. Pace really picking up here. 14 seconds remaining. Donaldson will take a look at the clock and hold for the final shot of the first half. Donaldson crossing over on Piercy. Drives, kicks. Ishiemi for 3. No good. And that will do it for the first half. The Hornets led by as many as 14, but they will take a 32-23 lead into the locker room after 20 minutes of play. Let's do MWBA Royale one more time, then we're going to show some replays and step aside for the halftime show. Thanks once again to league founding partner Royale, a proud supporter of the MWBA and proudly Atlantic Canadian. And as a National Health Solutions partner, Medivy is proud to help MWBA athletes achieve their hoop dreams. Best wishes for a successful season on and off the court. All right, stick around. We'll have some replays for you, and we'll have some halftime interviews right here on Maritime Athletic Profiles. You're watching live coverage of the MWBA final game of the Nova Scotian Divisional Play-In. It's the Hornets leading the 56ers 32-23 at halftime. We'll be right back. Hesitation, lost to the Thunder, 17 points in a Sunday loss also to the Thunder. Great stretch pass by Ishiemi. Donaldson and throws it away, looking for Ishiemi. McNeil pushing the pace, finds Frazier, drops it off for Maharaj, and she puts nearly 39% from beyond the arc, and 9th in assists per game at 3.7. So she had an excellent season. Sam Martin, Ray Brown on the post seal. Ishiemi across half. Maharaj picks her up. Ishiemi gets to the left hand, and the 56ers take their first lead of the game, 7-6. Brown gets it right back. Will reset for McNeil. Now post touch for Jasmine Parent. Gordon catch and shoot three is good. I've opened up an 11-7 lead. Fuller now. Driving, spinning, floating, and hit there. Fuller around the Kane Norton screen. Now Donaldson on the right wing. Crosses, drives middle, up and in with the left. Horn for Frazier. Looking for Parent. Widmeyer will take that pass and put up a three and knocks it there.
Welcome back to live coverage of the MWBA on Maritime Athletic Profiles. Pleased to be joined now by Tessa Stamberger, former Dalhousie Tiger, AUS All-Star, and a very recent Bundesliga champion with Alba Berlin. So Tessa, you've been playing professionally for a couple years now in Germany. Tell me a little bit about your career there and this past season, the recent success you had.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing there, like you said, the last couple years, and I've just loved it so much, enjoyed it. Played for 2 different teams now, and now I'm in Berlin. Actually was following Hannah Brown's footsteps. She played in Berlin first, and yeah, she just had great things to say about it, so I decided to go there, and yeah, no, it's just been great, yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to ask you a little bit about this league, but one of the things about this league is we have some players who may have just graduated university and looking to start a pro career of their own. You look at Courtney and Lizzie and some fantastic athletes here. What advice would you have for those players as they embark that next chapter, going from university to potentially playing professionally?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say go for it. Like, I love to hear about any players that are looking to go anywhere in Europe to play. I think it's such a great opportunity, and even just the fact of moving to another country, experiencing basketball in another country. Yeah, so I just say, like, go for it. I'm so happy to hear about it, and when you're there, you just have to persevere. And yeah, I think give it more than a year, and yeah, it's definitely worth it.
I'd say that's some great advice from somebody who knows a little bit about what they're talking about. So your thoughts on this league, the MWBA, now in its third season. It's seen some growth, as we have seen today, some tremendous athletes and some tremendous basketball. How do you feel about this league existing here in the Maritimes?
I think it's really cool. It's really been fun for me to follow. I've been watching some of the games on YouTube the last couple of seasons as well as this season, and yeah, I think it's really great for just the players themselves to be able to come back and play again in front of their family, their friends, the fans, and I think it's really special, and especially the older players I think really know how special that is. And yeah, like, I think a lot is being said about the younger girls and boys seeing this league, and yeah, I think that's also really important. And yeah, I'm really happy for this area to have this.
And you never know, maybe when your pro career winds down a little, we could see you suiting up in the MWBA?
Yeah, I would love to. It's definitely something that's on my list that I would love to, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Tessa. Good luck in the future, whether you stay at Alba Berlin or whatever is next for you, and thanks for coming out and supporting the league.
Yeah, thanks so much, Alan.
Great. Okay, we'll be right back with hopefully some players. Stay tuned.
On a set play by the 56ers, but Cameron unable to finish on with the layup. Hannah Brown wide open and puts it up and in the second quarter. Bianchini now on the right wing. Over for Brown, drops it down low for Perrin. She gets to the left hand and kicks it out for Bianchini. Looks like the 56ers are in the zone. Frazier gets into the paint and his sciences, I believe, at St. Mary's. As Bianchini, great pass for Perrin to the second quarter. But Ishiemi stops second quarter. But Ishiemi stops. Ishiemi will put up a three, no good. Rebound batted around into the hands of that Cameron. No, stolen away. No, the New Glasgow, Nova Scotia native. Kicks to Gallant in the corner. Cutting Gordon, up and in. Beautiful ball. Ishiemi, top of the key. Hart. Back for Ishiemi. Shot clock down to 5. Ishiemi into a crowd. Offense for Gordon. Now, McNeil. Maharaj on the drive. Count. But finished strong with the Mystics, and now having a great season with the Hornets. There's Andrew. All right, welcome back. Live coverage of the MWBA on Maritime Athletic Profiles, joined now by Andrea Wright of the Lake City 56ers. Andrea, on the wrong side of the score sheet in that first half, clearly a defensive battle. Your thoughts on the first half and what the team needs to improve in the second half?
It's a score, stop, score mentality, so 40-minute game, so we got 20 more minutes left to lock in.
I mean, obviously it's a big game, win, and the season continues into this weekend. This is a Hornets team you've had a couple close games against. I guess, what was the mindset to pull out the win?
Hey, always stay focused, stay energized, play Lake City ball.
All right, great. Good luck in the second half.
Thanks.
See you post-game. We'll be right back with maybe a Hornets player or maybe the second half. Right. McNeil drops it down low. Gordon, too strong off glass. Parent in a crowd, foul. Cross court for Donaldson. Ishiemi brings the screen. Donaldson, hesitation. Gets to the hoop. Left hand, no good. Martin with the rebound. And here's Donaldson with pace. Gets into the paint. No, they are going to say the left hand, no good. Martin with the rebound. And here's Donaldson with pace. Gets into the paint. No, they are going to say the ball up for Widmeyer, no good. Rebounded by Ishiemi, another one and done. And the 56ers in transition again. Another one and done. But Donaldson rip through, attack, kick it out. Shot clock's down to 5. Not
Not sure the Hornets know. Piercy does. She'll put up a deep three. Rip through, attack, kick it out. Shot clock's down to 5. Not sure the Hornets know. Piercy does. She'll put up a deep three. Donaldson gets downhill and puts it up. And Donaldson. Crossover, looks off the parent screen, and a nice little 0.3. Averaged just over 5 points as well. Leah Martin knocks down the long 2. And the Hornets are going to kick Australia, playing for the Holland College Hurricanes, where she was a first-team ACAA All-Star this past season. Bianchini, a little hesitation, lost to the Thunder, so does the Thunder. Great stretch pass by Ishiemi. Donaldson and throws it away, looking for Ishiemi. Her mother, Anna, was a like an all-Canadian champion. Having some technical difficulties we're trying to get to the bottom of, but we keep bringing you the action. As Ishiemi on the drive, takes a bump, no. On the follow, again, Ishiemi really searching for that contact, but unable to finish, and didn't get the call that time. Just notice Courtney Donaldson did not start the third quarter for the 56ers, but she's going to come in now as Donaldson and Sam Martin replace Wright and Armstrong on the court. Now Bianchini feeds Brown at the top of the key. Dribble handoff for Bianchini. She'll put up the long 2, and we're going to get a foul, offensive foul, an illegal screen against the Hornets' Hannah Brown. That's Brown's second. Parent comes away with the steal. Just looking here, the scoring leader in the first half was Courtney Donaldson, leading all scorers with 7. No, she was tied actually with Jasmine Parent, each leading their respective teams with 7 points each. Now Frazier around the Brown screen. Crosses over on Fuller. Great help there by Ishiemi, and Donaldson comes away with the steal. Donaldson finds Martin, back out for Fuller, short on that 3. Brown with the rebound and long outlet for Frazier. Picked up by Ishiemi. Frazier cut off. It's Parent at the top of the key. Power has a 6-inch mismatch inside, but Ishiemi saw it and backside help to come away with the steal. Now the 56ers with numbers. Donaldson finds Martin, counted and one. Beautifully done in transition. I don't know how far back this replay will go, but we'll take another look. Yeah, just cut off there. The great anticipation of Ishiemi, seeing that mismatch and coming in for the help side, the weak side help. And then Martin running the court very well. And the beneficiary of the Donaldson dish. Martin unable to get the free throw to drop. Back to a 9-point lead as it was at the half. Power. Now Alicia McNeil. Around the Brown screen. Brown left open, top of the arc. Just rims out. Don't want to give her too many looks at that one. Ishiemi gets downhill. Kick out. Fuller. Hesitant to take the 3 on that one. And a travel by Donaldson. Donaldson is frustrated clearly here. The Hornets, their game plan is throw a lot of bodies at her, make things difficult, and it's working to an extent. I mean, Donaldson does have 7 points, but a few turnovers and uncharacteristic misses as well, and that time Hannah Brown is there for the putback lay-in. Brown, strong start to the second half. Lead is back up to 11 for the Hornets. Baseline jumper there by Sam Martin, no good, and Frazier tracks down the rebound. And we're going to get a foul in the backcourt against Leah Martin. So these frustration fouls continuing for the 56ers. that last lane. Hannah Brown now leading all scorers with 9 points, including 5 in this third quarter. Frazier, cross half, around the Brown screen. Brown, pick and pop again, knocks it down. Hannah Brown is on fire to begin this third quarter. A pair of triples, 8 points, and a 14-point lead. Ties the largest lead of the night for the Hornets. Ishiemi side step long two, no. Brown secures the rebound, and here come the Hornets. It's Frazier. Across half court, Armstrong picks her up. Frazier, kick out to Brown again. This time she'll drive, and another one. Hannah Brown is on fire. 10 points already in this third quarter. 44-38, that is the 44-28, the largest lead of the game for either team. Hornets up big. And another steal, McNeil pushing the pace. McNeil untouched, lefty lay-in, no. Rebounded by Armstrong, and she'll push the other way. Track meet here, Armstrong has that pass deflected by Gordon and stolen by McNeil. Rugby scrum breaking out. Donaldson blocked by Brown. Kane Norton underneath, no. Brown comes away with the rebound. Fast pace here, and Hornets, you could tell it was getting a little sloppy there over the last couple possessions. And Augie Jones, or Lake City actually, Pat Havard's going to take a timeout and talk things over. Trailing by 16, largest lead of the game for the Hornets. And Hannah Brown up to a game high 14 points, 10 coming in the first 5 minutes of this half, as it's a Leah Martin three-point play off a nice dish from Donaldson. Frazier gets into the lane, misses, but who else but Hannah Brown there for the putback. Frazier this time comes away with a steal and is fouled in the backcourt by Martin. On the ensuing possession, we got a little pick and pop here. See Brown there, sets the screen, fakes like she's going to roll to the basket, and then just takes one step back and catches in rhythm. And this time they're overplaying Brown because she already hit 2 threes, and she gets all the way to the cup with the left hand. Hannah Brown having a phenomenal game here. Brown was the AUS Most Valuable Player in 2019, as well as a first-team All-Canadian. That season, she averaged over 26 points and 12 rebounds per game. Just phenomenal numbers, phenomenal career with the Capers. Over 1,000 career points, 4th all-time in program scoring history, 2nd all-time in rebound history. Trailing Allison Keogh in both. Although Kira Letlow may be coming for that rebound record the way she's going. 56ers with possession and a 16-point lead. Mercer hits the three. Sorry, I said 56ers had the lead. Hornets, of course, have the lead, and that three by Mercer cuts it to a 13-point game. The St. FX X-Woman product, Abby Mercer, coming off the bench to give them a big score. That shot by Maharaj halfway down, rims out. Now is Shiemi. Into a crowd and stolen away by McNeil. And another foul trailing the play by Courtney Kane Norton. We'll have a sideline inbound here for the Hornets. McNeil gets it in for Piercy. Piercy around the Gallant screen. Now Gordon drops it off to Gallant in the post. Was looking for Piercy on the cut, but unable to complete the pass. Lake City leads by 13. This will be a big upset on paper, as Lake City came in the 2nd seed with a record of 6-4. Ishiemi on the blow by to the Baja with the left hand. and cuts it to an 11-point lead. 5 straight points after the Pat Havard timeout. Widmeyer nearly lost that pass. Now Widmeyer looking to create. Drops it off for McNeil in the right wing. Gallant to Piercy. Shot clock is down to 2. Piercy to beat the buzzer. Halfway down into the hands of Gallant. No. Rebound tapped away. Body's hitting the deck. Donaldson comes away with it. Donaldson in a crowd again. The Hornets doubling Donaldson consistently and forcing another turnover. If you're the 56ers, you got to know every time Donaldson touches that ball, they're sending help, making things very difficult for her, and you need a little bit of off-ball movement to get her free. Piercy now around the Gallant screen, and another foul on Ishiemi. So we take another look here. Looks like the crowd wanted a foul on the screen. Did this screen trip up? So there's contact there by Ishiemi, but I do think that ultimately it was the foot of Gallant that tripped up Piercy. Sideline inbound here. Bianchini in for Piercy. Back for Bianchini. Defended by Donaldson. Shot clock down to 8. Power. Post touch on Armstrong. Power spinning. Puts it up with the right. No. Ishiemi with the rebound, and here come Lake City. Armstrong gets downhill. Step through, up with the right. No. Power with the rebound, and she'll look to carry it up court. Caitlin Power, a great ball handler for her size. Gallant on the kick. Piercy around the Gallant screen. Now Bianchini on the right wing, defended by Donaldson. Feeds Power. Widmeyer, open 3, right wing, no. Rebounded by Gallant. The offensive rebounding continues to be an advantage for the Hornets. Now Widmeyer. Going to break down Cameron. Power, post touch. No. Another offensive rebound and a foul. Lauren Armstrong is a big guard, but she is a guard, and she has the 6'2" Caitlin Power on her, and you can see Power shooting over is one thing, but also using those long arms to corral some loose balls and offensive rebounds. Caitlin Power now on the free throw line to shoot 2. Missed the first. She shot 46% with the Huskies this past season. Looks like she was just 1 of 2 from the line this season with the Hornets, appearing in 7 games. Over 5 rebounds per game, but under 2 points. And as per her career and season stats, Power goes 1 of 2 from the line and will sub out. She had a high activity level there, especially on the offensive glass. 56ers now. Seal by Mercer, and Abby Mercer giving some great production off the bench in this third quarter. I don't know if she played at all in the first half, but 5 quick points for Mercer in this third quarter. Has it back down to a 10-point deficit. Frazier, cross court for Widmeyer. Step back, doesn't get the roll. Right, outlets for Donaldson, and now you'll see a wave of defenders keying in on number 0. Donaldson doesn't care, she'll get to the cup, no. Wanted a call, no whistle, and now the Hornets have numbers the other way. 5-on-3, it's Bianchini. Behind the back, feeds Parent. Unable to get that one to go. Great box out by Mercer to keep Parent off the offensive glass. Armstrong hands it off for Cameron. Right at the top of the key. Donaldson on the left wing. Donaldson drives with the left, up and in. 8-point ball game. 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. Piercy, Kicko, Widmeyer. will attack the closeout, and did they call a foul? They did, and that is going to put Widmeyer on the line to shoot 2 as the 56ers are in the penalty. Foul on Andrea Wright. She's saying Widmeyer just slipped. That's right, second personal, and as I said, 5th team foul. So 56 Hornets will be shooting 2 here. It's Eva Widmeyer on the free throw line. Widmeyer, the 5'10 guard out of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Played this past season with the Dalhousie Tigers. On the season, Widmeyer, on the MWBA season, was 3rd on the Hornets in scoring, averaging 9.1 points per game. Shot 85% from the free throw line and gets the first to go. Widmeyer began her university career at the University of Vermont in NCAA Division I. Went on to play 2 seasons at Acadia and finished off her career this past season with Dalhousie University. 5 seconds remaining in the quarter. Donaldson. Long 2, beats the buzzer. Courtney D fired up. Looking to give the 56ers some momentum. And I'd say that mission accomplished. They trail 46-39 after 3 quarters. Lake City finished that quarter on a 8-2 run. No, sorry, an 11-2 run over the last 5 minutes to cut the deficit all the way from 16 to 7. And their season comes down to this 4th quarter. The winner will advance to this weekend's Atlantic Proline Stadium Legacy Cup to be played Saturday and Sunday at the Dowplex in Halifax. For the loser of this game, the season will end in disappointment. Again, Hornets came in with a record of 1-9, but they won their first game just over a week ago against Moncton. And this on Sunday and Tuesday, they had a pair of good games against the Halifax Thunder. Coming up on the wrong side of the score sheet, I think they lost by 12 and 15 against the Thunder team that is undefeated and point differential of plus 22 on the season. If the Hornets can hold on to this win, they'll be headed for another matchup against the Thunder. The third time those Halifax rivals will meet in less than a week in the Legacy Cup semifinal. But yeah, despite the Hornets being 1-9, they've played their best basketball as of late. And as I mentioned off the top, their previous 2 matchups against the 56ers were very close, a 5-point game and a 3-point game, both 56ers wins. Meanwhile, the 56ers were, I believe, 6-2 on the season and dropped their last 2 games heading into the playoffs. So, while it's an upset on paper, if you've been following the league, Hornets are better than their record. And that time, Kane Norden unable to score down low. And it's going to be a shot clock violation. Hornets ball the other way. 56ers fans getting a bit unruly towards the officiating here. As Cameron, 56ers might be in a zone right now. Bianchini gets doubled. Now Parent, post touch. Jasmine Parent is a phenomenal finisher. I mean, she shot that one from her waist. But as long as she's able to get it to that left hand, she doesn't need a clean look at the rim. She's crafty and can score from a lot of different angles. Speaking of crafty, Donaldson splits the double team and will earn a pair of shots here from the free throw line. Take another look here. Check out the handle by Courtney. Little low in and out cross. Able to split the double team, and Parent a little late on the help. Will send Donaldson to the line to shoot two. Donaldson, team best 85% from the line this season. 83% with St. Mary's this year. As mentioned, she's got to be, I don't know in terms of MWBA MVP, but if there's a first team, Courtney Donaldson should be on it. Led her team in minutes, scoring, field goal percentage, free throw percentage, assists. Also top 10 in the league in scoring, field goal percentage, free throw percentage, assists, and steals. Plus 10, plus minus, also top 10 in the league. She had a great season. On the offensive rebound, and it will remain 56ers ball. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Ishiemi on the left wing, drives baseline, lost it, gets it back. Martin, elbow jumper, no. Power tracks down the rebound, and outlets to Frazier. Frazier drives aggressively down the right wing, but the pass deflected by Ishiemi. Dawes unable to get the righty lane to go. Ferret. Shot clock times out of 10 is going to be a defensive foul. But the Hornets will maintain possession either way based off the possession arrow. Now Bianchini, manned by Fuller. Bianchini, McNeil, Brown, Gordon, and Maharaj out there. Brown for three, off. Rebounded by Armstrong, 7 minutes remaining. Hornets are going pretty quickly on offense. And Armstrong battered on that foul. Brown got her from the front, Gordon got her from behind as we take another look there. Strong take by Armstrong, look at this. Boom, bam. Getting hit from both directions. But she's okay and will step to the free throw line. The Holland College Hurricane, native of Canberra, Australia, was an ACAA first-team All-Star at Holland College this past season. Stuffing the stat sheet, averaging 13 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and a block per game with the Holland College Hurricanes. For the 56ers this year, Armstrong leads the team in block shots with 7, averaging around 4 points and 4 rebounds per contest. So you get a look there at some mop-up duty on the court. Armstrong on the free throw line shot 80% with Holland College this past season. Actually, 80% over both of her seasons with the Hurricane. For Gordon. Bodied up by Ishiemi. Bianchini's three, no. Hornets extremely cold from the court here. Cold from the field, I should say, in this fourth quarter. Fuller, floater, gets it to drop. Lillian Fuller and cuts it to a 5-point lead. It's the closest it's been since the second quarter. Hornets led 44-28. They had a 16-point lead with 5:20 remaining in the third quarter. Which means over the last 9 minutes, the 56ers have outscored the Hornets 17-6 to cut it to a 5-point game. And we'll see if they can keep the comeback going as the Hornets take a timeout. Do you have any other ads I didn't read through yet? Yeah, let's just bring that up. Thanks to 56ers team partners, Milestones Grill and Bar, Zatzman Sportsplex, Bingeable, Cove Sport Therapy. As well, Support for Sport is proud to be a team partner of the Lake City 56ers. Since 2006, Support for Sport has raised over $50 million to help Nova Scotians get in the game. For more information, please visit supportforsport.ca. Also, if you want to be looking sharp in Hornets teal or 56ers, well, black and gold or red and white, place your order for MWBA league or team merchandise through High Powered Customs Apparel, the official clothing partner of the MWBA. Visit their website, www.highpoweredcustoms.com, for more information and to order your swag today. And of course, I think there will be MWBA league and team merchandise sold this weekend at the Legacy Cup. Again, the semifinals are full schedule information, as it will remain. Over now for Donaldson. Around the Ishiemi screen. Ishiemi gets it back. Contact. Doesn't get the roll, but she'll head to the line to shoot two. As Elizabeth Ishiemi. Take another look here. A two-woman game of Donaldson and Ishiemi. Very difficult to stop. Both AUS All-Stars this past season. Ishiemi, the 6-foot wing out of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, was a U Sports second-team All-Canadian this past season with Acadia. Second in the country in scoring at 22 points per game. So over 11 rebounds per game. Hits the first free throw. On the MWBA season, Ishiemi third in the league in scoring at 19.3 points per game. Fourth in rebounding at better than 30 remaining in regulation. Maharaj is fouled, and she'll head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. So we take a look here. I was hoping to see that last drive by Donaldson, but there you see Maharaj just strong to the hoop. Minimal contact, but when you're driving, you get the benefit of the doubt sometimes. Maharaj hits the first. 5'9" wing from East Bay, Nova Scotia. Goes 1 of 2 from the line. Ishiemi with the rebound. Donaldson will bring it across half court. Ishiemi. We're all tied up, 51-51. Donaldson for three, no. Rebound tracked down by Parent. And here come the Hornets, chance to retake the lead. Bianchini on the left wing around the Parent screen. Stops at the free throw line, finds Parent. A rare miss today for Jasmine Parent with the left hand. Ishiemi attacking the other way. Armstrong, wide open triple, no. Rebounded by Frazier. Frazier downhill to the hoop, no, with the left hand. Ishiemi with the rebound. The pace quickening again here. Donaldson. Bianchini picks her up. Martin brings the screen. Donaldson rejects it with the spin and pulls up the 12-footer. Courtney Donaldson is ridiculous. The AUS All-Star is putting her team on her back. Has at least 20 points, including several straight points here for the 56ers, as we'll take a look at some of this action. And as you can expect, Donaldson that time, lots of contact with the right-handed finish. You can see she's fired up. Here we'll have the inbound for Donaldson. Oh, it's the same look at the last play. Look at that emotion from Courtney. And then the two-woman game, Donaldson and Ishiemi, is tough to stop. Ishiemi made a pair of free throws to give them the lead. Donaldson working again, gets to the left hand for the lay-in. Maharaj able to get back to the free throw line. She made 1 of 2 to tie it up. And then Donaldson, you can see she's kind of luring the defender to sleep. Rejects that screen into a spinning 10-foot jumper. That is a tough move. A pro move right there from a soon-to-be pro in Courtney Donaldson. tremendous player. Phenomenal handle, great shooter, and just a hooper, you know. Loves the sport, loves to get in the gym. Really high skill level for Courtney Donaldson, and she's showing it today, leading the 56ers in this second half comeback. Going to have a foul there on the rebound against Jasmine Parent. Maybe. And it is going to be 2 shots here as the Hornets are in the penalty. Team fouls are 5-1 in this quarter, so for the 56ers fans complaining about the officiating, the fouls have been 5-1 this quarter. It really has, I mean, it's a big part because Donaldson and Ishiemi are attacking the basket, but I think the officiating has been solid in this game. Martin misses the first. Martin, a former Halifax Hornet. I believe she played the first 2 seasons of the MWBA with that team. Gets 1 of 2 to drop here. It's a 3-point lead for the 56ers with 3:10 remaining in regulation. Power kicks it out for Frazier. She'll drive, takes the bump, no whistle. Loose ball. Frazier jumps on it. A lot of contact there. It looked like right. Look at right here. She might have gotten some ball, but she also got some arm. But either way, it's going to come away 56ers ball. They have a chance to add on to this lead with under 3 minutes remaining in regulation. 54-51 our score. Andrew Wright checks out, trying to get the crowd into it. Good crowd here today at the Zatzman Sportsplex. Again, the 56ers trailed by as many as 16 midway through the third quarter. They now lead by 3. Donaldson. Stolen away by Eva Widmeyer. Now Hannah Brown leaves it for Frazier. Frazier, dribble handoff for McNeil. Looking for Brown on the seal. Now they get it to her. She'll face up. Kicks for Piercy for 3. No. Rebound tracked down by Armstrong. And she'll hand it off for Fuller, who will set something up on the offensive end. Fuller drives left. Unable to finish. Long outlet for Frazier. And she is fouled and will head to the line to shoot 2. See here the outlet from McNeil, and that's a foul. Martin saying she was straight up, and I know it feels that way sometimes, but you can see her arms were leaning over the top. There's a great look at the crowd. Lots of young people in attendance here today. As the 56ers take a timeout with 2:09 on the clock. Take a look here at some of the action, and a lot of Courtney Donaldson in this quarter. 56ers have only, the Hornets have only scored 5 points in this quarter. They've been outscored 15-5 in this quarter by the 56ers. Get a look there at the Hornets huddle. Shout out to their coaching staff, Augie Jones, Janice King, Ayana Empringham. As well, Shout out to general managers. Oh, Sophia Widmeyer too. Can't forget Sophia at the end of the bench. And general managers Mark Ford and Janice King. Want to give them all a shout out. I'll shout out the 56ers staff coming up here shortly. As Aaliyah Frazier on the free throw line for a pair of shots. Frazier was the MWBA Player of the Week, averaging just under 19 points and 7 rebounds in a pair of losses to the Halifax Thunder. Frazier shot 70% from 3 over those 2 games as well. For her U Sports career, she's a 76% free throw shooter and makes the first. And the second. 1-point ball game, 2:09 to play. Don't change that channel, basketball fans. It's coming down to the end with a trip to the Legacy Cup on the line, and Ishiemi draws another foul. Puts her head down and goes into a crowd and gets the call. Heading to the line to shoot 2. Take a look here, Ishiemi. Yeah, that's a good call as Frazier got a hand in the cookie jar. Second personal on Frazier. Hornets are in the penalty. So Ishiemi on the free throw line to shoot 2 with 2 minutes remaining in regulation. Ishiemi shooting 70% on the season for the 56ers. Hits the first. Dartmouth native played her high school basketball at St. Paul's Academy in the States, before coming home to Nova Scotia to play with the Acadia Axewomen, where she was a 3-time AUS All-Star and a U Sports All-Canadian this past season. Another mop up here on the court. You can take a look there at the shoes of Alicia McNeil. This might be the Sabrinas, but they also might be GT Cuts. I've fallen a little behind on the kick game. Haven't bought a pair for myself. I'm overdue. Maybe that's what I'll do with my MWBA money after this weekend. As Frazier feeds Brown at the top of the key. Faces up on Martin. Drives right. Brown off window. No. Big stop there for the 56ers, and Ishiemi will bring it across half slowly. Ishiemi. Over now for Donaldson at the top of the key. Ishiemi sets the screen. Donaldson fouled, and she'll head to the line to shoot 2. We're going to get Frazier on the hold. Sorry, no, Eva Widmeyer actually, as we take a look here. Yep, Widmeyer caught a handful of Donaldson's shorts. But again, that's the shiftiness of Courtney Donaldson. So difficult to stay in front of her. But misses the first free throw. Score here would push it to a 2-possession game. Misses. Frazier, big rebound with Ishiemi on her back. 3-point game, 1:25 remaining. Bianchini finds Frazier in the corner. She'll put up a 3. No, halfway down it rims out. Ishiemi with the rebound. She's in a crowd. Donaldson will get it over half. Widmeyer brings the help. Fuller for 3, wide open. That could be the dagger. Puts the 56ers up 6 with a minute remaining. Lillian Fuller hit a 3 from there early in the second half, helping kick off this 56ers comeback, and now gives them the largest lead of the game, 59-53 with a minute 03 remaining. I think the Hornets wanted to call a timeout, and they don't have any remaining. Officials are not going to tee them up. Instead, it will be Hornets ball. No timeouts remaining on either side. Hornets don't need a 3, but they need a quick score. And Bianchini throws it away, looking for Brown on the pick and roll. And the 56ers, what a comeback. They trailed by 16 midway through the third quarter. I guess the Hornets do have a timeout. They're going to take it now. It's been a 31-9 run for the 56ers since the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. Let's take a look at some highlights if we can here. It's here. Yeah, that was some. Not only I'm a little confused because that was called 56ers ball, and we might not have the best crowd there, but looked to be Wright who reached in and poked that away. Ishiemi got to the free throw line there on a strong drive, and Ishiemi has not had a great game from the floor, but she's been able to get to the free throw line, and even when she's not hitting shots, she does everything else. Great defender, great rebounder, great playmaker, just a phenomenal basketball player and athlete, Elizabeth Ishiemi. So Donaldson has carried them scoring, but it has been a team effort for the 56ers over this comeback. Again, a 31-9 run over the final 15 minutes of regulation. Ishiemi. Martin. Extra pass. Fuller. Donaldson. Martin sets a screen. Donaldson. Kick out. Ishiemi for three. No. Out of bounds off the basket support. Hornets. Again, you don't need a three, but you need a quick shot. You can't be taking more than 10 seconds here. Augie Jones wanted to bring in Amanda Pierce. He was not able to. Bianchini, for me, she's not going fast enough. She'll get it to Frazier. Frazier will put up a three. No. Donaldson with the rebound. About 2 seconds separating game and shot clock, and it doesn't look like the Hornets are going to foul here. Martin gets it to Armstrong. The 56ers are going to advance to the Legacy Cup with a thrilling come-from-behind win on their home court. Ishiemi, deep three, no. And that does it for the MWBA play-ins. Next up, the Legacy Cup this weekend. What a comeback by the 56ers. Trailing by as many as 16 in the third quarter, they hold on for the 59-53 victory and punch their ticket to this weekend's Legacy Cup. Legacy Cup, we will see. So, 5:30 on Saturday, it will be the Halifax Thunder versus the Port City Fog in the first semifinal. 7:30 p.m. we'll have the Fredericton Freeze versus the Lake City 56ers in the second semifinal. The winners will advance to the gold medal game at 2:30 p.m. The losers of the semifinal will go to the bronze medal match at 12:30 p.m. on Sunday. All that action live from the Dalplex. Shout out to the Hornets on a tremendous season. They were so much better than their record. Consistently made it a ball game and pushed their opponents. But come up short today on the wrong side of a thrilling comeback by the Lake City 56ers. We're going to step aside momentarily here, but we'll be back with our interview with the player of the game. Who knows? Maybe we'll get more than one interview. But I want to once again thank the Maritime Athletic Profiles crew. So you look there at a jubilant Hornets team. For myself, Alan April, producer Dylan. Shout out intern Colson, he's here today. Camera operators Sam and Ryan and Liam and everybody else who worked with the Maritime this year. Thank you for watching. Thanks to anybody who tuned in or came out and supported the MWBA all season long. Player of the game here for the Hornets is Hannah Brown. And for the 56ers, they'll announce it momentarily, as we'll be back shortly here with our player of the game interview. But we'll see you with more MWBA action on Saturday, the Legacy Cup at the Dalplex. It will be exciting. Again, semifinals, 5:30 and 7:30 on Saturday. Bronze and gold will be decided Sunday afternoon. All right, I'm going to step aside here and get a halftime interview set up. We'll be right back on Maritime Athletic Profiles. Welcome back. Joined now by the player of the game, Courtney Donaldson of the Lake City 56ers. A thrilling come-from-behind victory. Courtney, midway through the third quarter, you're down 16 points.
Yeah.
I saw frustration. Your face doesn't lie.
No, my face is very expressive, for sure.
They were doubling you. They were putting a lot of defensive attention on you.
Yeah.
You know, what was your mindset in the second half? I think you scored 14 points in the second half alone. Mm-hmm. How were you able to come back despite, you know, that deficit and all the defensive attention on you?
No, it was tough, and I just kept that mindset, keep pushing, and I have some great teammates. And really, they helped me find my spots, sent me screens to get open, and I can't thank them enough for that, honestly, and so much fun to play with. So honestly, the mindset was just keep going, one stop at a time, keep pushing. Really, our defensive stops drove that transition. I was just lucky enough to have that ball in my hands.
I know the end of the regular season didn't go exactly the way that the 56ers might have planned, dropping a couple games. I know you missed a game, a little banged up. Mm-hmm. But how do you think this win today gets you in shape heading into Saturday's semifinal?
You know, I think it just shows how resilient we are. We took a big loss last week, and we were, like you said, we were down by 16 in the third quarter, and just showed like how we really came together and what we can do when we come together and decide to keep pushing and keep going. So I think it's a really good place to be in so far going into the playoffs.
And this weekend's playoffs, I believe you have a matchup coming up against Fredericton.
I think so too.
On Saturday in the
rematch.
semifinal.
Rematch.
Uh-huh. I know you guys have played them a couple times, but I mean, what's the key and what can you anticipate out of the team this weekend?
They're a great team. They're tough to match up. They have a great coach. I love playing against them. It's always a challenge for me. They love the hard heads on ball screens, so I'm looking forward to it. You know, watch them film, bounce back, and I'm looking forward to the matchup for sure.
It's been a couple weeks since we've talked, so I asked you early in the season about your impressions on this league, and I want to see now, you know, a late season check-in now that we're headed into the final weekend of the season.
Right.
What has this league meant to you, and how do you think it's helped you grow your game and
Oh, my
potentially get
goodness.
ready for the next level?
Oh my goodness, like I can't express how much this has helped my game. You know, playing with all these new people, meeting all these new people. It's been so much fun to play with them and play under Pat. I've learned so much, and like I said, learning how to come off a ball screen with all types of coverages, getting doubled. So it's definitely helped improve my game and really taking me to the next level for sure.
Well, it's been fantastic to watch you.
I
You know,
appreciate that. I've been
You're,
having a
you're an
blast.
adopted Maritimer, so you're
Yeah,
a key
my
part
community
of,
now.
of the MWBA, and yeah, it's been fantastic to watch you on the court.
I appreciate
I mean,
that.
what's one key heading into this weekend? And you know, it's a quick turnaround, the semifinal, and then bronze, or hopefully playing for gold on Sunday.
Right.
What's the key in prepping in the next 48 hours, getting ready for Saturday?
Right, just keeping our mindsets straight. And like I said, like when we're having fun, that's when we play our best basketball. When we're playing together, moving the ball, getting the swings, and getting everybody touches, everybody scoring. That's what's the biggest key for us. So really, that's getting into that mindset, keeping everybody aggressive and everybody having fun.
Absolutely, that's great stuff.
Yeah.
Want to give any shout-outs?
I shout out to my mom, Sheila.
Sheila.
Love you,
shout out
Mom.
Sheila. All right,
Thanks for
cool.
watching.
All right, Courtney, we'll see you Saturday. Lake City advance into the semifinal. Big matchup. I think it's 7:30 against the Fredericton Freeze. Come on out and watch. Last question. Why should people come to the Dowplex this weekend?
Oh my goodness. Come on now, women's basketball. Like, who doesn't want to watch that right now? So come on out.
It's going to be
For
great.
sure.
There's AC. We
Bring your
promise.
kids, bring your everybody, bring your mama. Let's go.
All right. Well, we'll see Courtney and the 56ers on Saturday. I might try to grab one more quick interview, but
No, for
thank you
sure.
so much for Courtney, and we'll be back.
Thanks, Alan.
Great job. Thank you. All right, back once again. Camera's right there with Leah Martin of the Lake City 56ers. Leah, what a game today. Down as many as 16 points in the third quarter. I know you play great, but you also provide some coaching and some veteran presence to the 56ers, I think. What was kind of the mindset when you find yourself down 16 to come back and win that game in the second half?
Great question. First of all, is like you got to know that it's possible. And I've played enough championship games now that I know that you can absolutely get that done if you have the right people that you believe in, and we have that. So we have such a strong team of veterans, but also younger players that have really stepped up and found their stride and have confidence. So there was never a doubt that we could do that. It was just we had to take care of a couple little things that we needed to tighten up. Just little minor stuff like getting back to the game that we know to play, pushing the ball, moving, getting everybody touches, and then boom, all of a sudden we climb right back, and you see those big hype threes. Like we get 3 stops on defense, momentum's in our favor, and then the tides turn.
Yeah, and it has been a couple weeks since we've talked. We talked early in the season, and at that time it was also a new group. But what can you say about this team and how they've come together and built chemistry over the last 6 weeks or so? It does appear to be a great chemistry and a great vibe over there.
It honestly is, and I'm so glad that you pick up on that, because the vibe and the chemistry that we have is so special. And that, to me, is like a foundational piece. You can't fake it. You can't necessarily coach it. You just have to have the right combinations of people that are willing to buy in and play their role and excel at their role. And we have exactly that. So once you have that, and everybody just wants to buy in and get a championship, like that's the stuff that like dreams and championships are made of.
Yeah, great answer. And I know the end of the regular season didn't end exactly as planned, dropping a couple games there, a little banged up as well. But obviously this was a winner-go-home game, but how good did it feel to snap a short losing skid and gain that momentum heading into this weekend?
Yeah, that little stretch was tough. I'm not going to lie. Like, nobody wants to lose. We all want to be here. We all want to win. Every single team that's playing wants to win. But that losing was actually an opportunity for us. We were down 5 players over the course of those 3-4 games, and our bench got to get in and get critical experience before the playoffs. So now we have a team that's gained all that exponential experience from playing with older players, and we're so ready for playoffs because of it. It's almost like a, knock on wood, blessing in disguise.
Totally, and as you mentioned, playoffs, and special place for you at the Dowplex, a place where you played 5-year career and have a lot of great memories, I'm sure. How excited are you for this weekend's tournament?
I honestly probably can't even put it into words. It's so special. I'll probably be ending my career as a basketball player this year. And so to bring it full circle and to do that back in the Dowplex, my home court, is a very special place for me. I played with my twin sister, Lori, for 5 years. Hey, Lori. Hey, Mom, if you're watching.
Oh, she's watching.
Yeah, and it's incredible. So coaches like Anna Stamberger, who was absolutely instrumental. Like, she's been following the season. We're talking all the time about how special it is. Carolyn Savoy. We've got Noel Pendergast and Tessa Stamberger right over here.
Yep.
Hannah Brown, what's up? And so, like, we're all a family, and we've stayed connected. So it's going to be an awesome experience.
No, that's fantastic. Pretty quick turnaround to Saturday. You play the Fredericton Freeze in the semifinal officially. What's the key? Not only playing them, but to the next 48 hours and managing your recovery, but also your mindset heading into the playoffs.
Great question.
Oh,
Yeah. I would say that for the next 24 to 48 hours is obviously, like, recovery is going to be a big thing. So for all the younger athletes that are watching, I know it's going to sound silly, but you got to get your sleep. You got to eat right. You got to take care of your body. If you've got injuries, you got to take care of them. I'm pretty lucky. I'm feeling good. So that's going to be first and foremost. Second of all, it's going to be focusing on what we can control. I don't like to focus too much on the other teams. Like, we already know what they like to do. We know that. So then it's all about what we can do and those little things that add up to the final result. So defense starting out and everything else comes after.
And if you can make a couple 18-footers from the top of the key, doesn't hurt at all. Your money on that shot, as always.
Thanks, Alan.
All right. Well, pleasure to talk with you, as always. We may be chatting again this weekend. Come on out, watch Leah and the Lake City 56ers at the Dowplex. Shoutouts? You want to grab Bill real quick?
Absolutely.
Let Bill get on camera.
Bring it on over.
Come on, Bill.
Mom, she's watching. You gotta say hey.
Say hi.
So I'm gonna say hi to Cole and Callum, my boys at home.
Absolutely.
Even if they're not watching, they'll play it back when they're older. This is my dad. This is where we get all the hype from.
There you go.
So kids, say thank you to your parents for putting you into basketball because they deserve a little shout out too.
Amazing. Well, Cole Harbor's own Leah Martin.
Thanks, Alan.
Continuing to be a great role model for the community. We will be back with the playoffs this weekend. The Legacy Cup, Atlantic Proline Stadium Legacy Cup at the Dowplex. Semifinals on Saturday at 5:30 and 7:30 p.m. Bronze medal Sunday at 12:30 and the gold at 2:30. All the action live on Maritime Athletic Profiles. But come on down to the Dowplex and watch in person. We'll see you then.